Hello and welcome to this week's video wrap of industry news from Estate Agent Today and Letting Agent Today. And what a week it was, with news of a change to the OnTheMarket portal, mixed reaction to David Cameron's pledge of 200,000 new homes a year, and the government making it clear it wouldn't back down on cutting buy-to-let tax breaks. Let's start with the portal news. Estate Agent Today had an exclusive this week that OnTheMarket was going to launch an international homes channel. Several of the high-end estate agents who created OnTheMarket have overseas property divisions, so the move has been seen by some industry analysts as inevitable. But other agents have commented that all agencies who paid to be on the portal are now helping to fund an international sales section that will chiefly benefit high-end agencies. The announcement by OnTheMarket came after a sharply critical report by Barclays Bank that analysed all three major portals. The bank says the new portal was likely to lose agents gradually, although they would not necessarily all return to Zoopla. According to Barclays, the big winner from the portal wars of the past year has been, of course, Rightmove. Politics played a big part in this week's industry news. Grabbing the headlines at the Tory party conference was the Prime Minister's pledge to build 200,000 new homes a year and to allow developers to build affordable homes for sale as well as to let. The National Association of Estate Agents quickly responded by saying that David Cameron's pledge was good, but the association had heard the promise before and had insisted the country was still waiting to see the new homes pledged in the past. On the same day as Cameron's big speech, another government minister, David Gauke, was writing to an industry trade body with less welcome news. He told the Residential Landlords Association there's no going back on the government's pledge to reduce mortgage interest tax relief for landlords. Gauke says it's wrong for critics of the policy to say landlords are being unfairly taxed when compared to other businesses. Landlords will continue to get full income tax relief on costs like letting agency fees and replacement furniture, but that's just like other businesses, he says. The minister's strongly worded statement puts the government at loggerheads with our industry, which has been outspoken in its criticism of the measures being introduced, just as the country is seen to be needing more buy-to-let investors and landlords. Elsewhere in the letting sector this week, we covered a range of stories which add up to what many analysts see as an attack on the private rental sector. In Scotland, there's been concern from agents and economists about possible rent controls which are likely to be put forward by the Scottish National Party as part of reforms of the letting sector. And the Conservative MP Damien Green has threatened that the Osborne tax changes may just be the first of several additional changes that may make it tougher for landlords and buy-to-let investors. In an article in the Daily Telegraph, Green says the government needs to be courageous in its radical reform of the sector and insists there's much further to go in tax changes to try and encourage more owner-occupiers to buy instead of more landlords. In other news this week, hybrid agency YouMove made a brazen bid to attract disgruntled estate agents from rival companies to go it alone. YouMove is offering franchises for under £2,500, but only to former agents, and there's only a limited number on offer. High-end estate agency Strutt & Parker has made another acquisition. This time it snapped up Edwards and Elliott, another home counties independent. It's all part of Strutt's strategy to expand in the southeast of England. And in Liverpool, Century 21 has announced its 7th new branch of the year. 2 estate agents already active in the city are to operate a branded Century 21 sales and lettings operation. And finally this week, it appears there's only one direction for boy band sensation Harry Styles, and that direction might just be estate agency. Harry's been interviewed on radio, and when asked what he'll do when 1D breaks up next year, he surprised us all and fellow band members by saying he might just go into the house-selling business. He's got enough start-up money to give some of the big companies a bit of healthy competition. Stand by, perhaps he'll buy a franchise from Century 21 direction. And that bad joke marks the end of this week's video. Remember to keep in touch online. Our breaking news is available 24/7 on Estate Agent Today and lettingagenttoday.co.uk. We'll be back soon with another video of the week's news. Until then, thanks for watching and see you next time.